Young fella, guess who we have with us now?
Who's that?
I'm going to give you a couple choices. I know you can't tell right now. Who do you think, if I had a chance, I could only get one guy, who do you think I would have requested?
Say John Allen.
Bingo.
Boom.
You got the Ultimate Warrior. Jonathan Allen joins us here right now, and hey, man, it's training camp. I ain't going to try to sugarcoat this, but you guys look crisp. You guys had a little bounce in your step. What was up?
Man, it was the first day. Everybody's excited to be here. First of all, everybody's still fresh, so you're not worn down, beat down from camp. But it was a good day. I mean, everybody came in focused, not lack. That just showed how much of an offseason we had. The guys went to where they were going to, had a good 5 weeks of training, not just sitting around doing nothing. I feel like we had definitely a good first start.
And I knew you from high school. You've won your whole life. But it's also winning in a team sport. I mean, you're not high diving or running track. You got to move as a unit. And it seems like your defensive line's offseason was indicative of what I know you like this team to be. You guys were locked, loaded. You worked as a unit, and I didn't hear a peep out of you.
Of course. I mean, we feel like what Coach Saban would always say is, what you do speak so loudly, I can't hear what you're saying. So, I mean, all the hype and all the other stuff, I'll leave that for you guys. We're just out there just trying to get better day in and day out and see how good we could be.
When you say that this offense, you got Dwayne Haskins, you've got Keenum, and today Colt McCoy was out there, and I couldn't tell that he'd missed anything. I think that's a shot in the arm for this offense, just having the possibilities.
I mean, what I always tell people, the difference between winning and losing in the NFL is so small. It is so small. Our season could have easily went 3-13. Or 13-3, like based on literally 1 or 2 plays in 8 games. So I mean, we feel like we're close, but it's about playing a complete 60 games and having not just a game where the defense plays good, or not just a game where the offense plays good, but a game where the defense is doing their job and running to the ball and communicating. You got the offense connecting on all cylinders, and then you got our special teams flying around the field, and that's what we're trying to do.
I can't envision we could fast forwarding a decade from now, and I'm sitting here talking to you, and you're not winning a Super Bowl ring. It's just I can't envision you not winning. And it's just something that I'm going, this dude just seems like there's no way he's going to write his story and it's not going to put him back in the winner's circle. How far off am I?
I don't feel like you're far off at all, but I mean, it's one of the things where, I always go back to Coach Saban because I genuinely live my life based on a lot of things he said. And he would always say, God, we want to win the national championship. In this case, we're trying to win the Super Bowl. You don't get to the Super Bowl by thinking about the Super Bowl. You get to it by, what do I got to do to get there? And right now, as a defensive line, we got to dominate an offensive line. And how do we do that? Every day in camp, go out there, bust your butt, work on your technique, be in best shape as you can, doing the right things on and off the field. And then come season, you do it one game. And then my next focus is doing that the next game. Then by long, if you do it long enough, you'll be where you want to be. But you got to focus on the small things right now. So my mindset is I'm trying to come out here and dominate every camp day, best of my ability, help my team get better, and ultimately get better myself.
You're human, though. You're Trent Williams. Good dude. He's there. He's not out here. I remember one of my guys would miss or be out. You got to look beyond, but it hurts.
100%. And I feel like it's easier for me to move on, or not move on, but not really focus on it because he's on the offense. So I don't work with him, beside him. I don't play beside him. But, I mean, we definitely want him out here. I don't know what's going on. I'm not really going to speak about it. It's above my pay grade. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to do what I can to help this team win. And right now, that's being in the best possible shape I can and just playing good football.
I always thought this way. They go, how about your opener? Last year was Arizona. I said, no, I want to be Dallas or Philly or New York. I always wanted the best team early on because it also helps you train in the offseason because you can't come in there short.
Mm-hmm. I mean, for me personally, I really don't worry about that because games that we lose, I look at it as, dang, we let them have this or we let them have that.
Okay.
We didn't do what we had to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's very few games where you do everything you're supposed to do to the best of your ability. You're not making mental mistakes. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. And you still just get whooped. It doesn't really happen like that. You give up a big play on defense. What was it? Dang, we didn't communicate. We all didn't run to the ball. Bad angle. Not enough rush. So everything goes back to what we do. And that's just the way I live. Everything we do is focused. I'm not worried about what anybody else is doing because it's about us and what we do.
How about Baby Bull Payne? As he's growing in there. What do you talk to him about? Do you guys compete amongst one another to see who gets there first?
Always. Everything in life is a competition. I don't care what anybody says. If you're not competing with someone else, you're competing against yourself. So within the defensive line, we're always competing. Who pass rush the best, who stops the run the best, who's in the best shape, who runs the best conditioning test, who has the lowest body fat percent. Literally everything is a competition.
Dude, what do you do for fun?
compete. That is fun.
No, I love it. I absolutely love it. And again, because, again, I tell you gave me one of my worst moments in high school. You remember that 99-yard fumble recovery you had?
I remember that.
Against Langley?
Mm-hmm.
Man, we get the ball. We drive all the way down there going against you. And I'm thinking, we're going to get this 4th down or so. You come in there, blow the thing up, and go back and run. And it just continues to go. And I'll ask you right now, what do you say to your teammates if you do address them as a group? What has been the one theme for you since you got here?
Just do our job. It's like I don't feel like winning is an accident. The Patriots don't win by accident. It's not luck. You're not successful by luck. Winning and being successful is a choice. It's a hard choice, but it's a choice. Mm-hmm. You do everything you're supposed to do. You do everything the right way. You know what it takes to be successful. Question is, are you willing to sacrifice enough to get it? Coach Saban always says, you either suffer the disappointment of discipline or the disappointment of failure. So either way, you're going to have to suffer some kind of disappointment. It just depends on which one you want to suffer least or more.
I see Ionitis with you. You two dudes, to me, are like twins. And this dude, man, he blew up. He got paid. And I think about this when the defensive coaching staff was about to be this or that. And I thought, if you lose Tom Sula, because to me, he's the head of the Hells Angels. What's the relationship like with you?
Man, I love Jim Tom. I've been on record saying that Jim Tom is my favorite coach I've ever played for. By far. I love Jim Tom. I don't count Coach Saban in that because he's a head coach.
You
know what I mean? He's a head coach. I don't
right.
Man, I love just everything Jim Tom brings, his intensity, his Italian, just literally everything. It's just, I love it. And he's the exact kind of coach that I want to play for. And I feel like it shows on the defensive line.
Yeah, and you got, hey, man, I thank you so much for your time, man.
Thank you. I appreciate
it. Love you to death, man. The journey starts now, and we'll catch up.
Thank you. I appreciate
Jonathan Allen, as Coach would say, simply one of the best. Here on the Team 980, Doc Walker, we will.